Hey, my name is Liz and I sell on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari, and I'm back with a thrift haul today. Here's my bag. I spent just about $200 at the thrift store. Honestly, almost all of it is dresses. It was the first section I went through, and there's just like amazing piece after amazing piece. May honestly be 100% dresses and a pair of shoes. I don't remember, but I was so excited about a few of these brands, and I think you will be too when you see everything. First up, we've got some Rothys. It's been a while since I've found any. These do need a little wash. They have a little dirt there, but you can pretty much just throw these right in the washing machine or take a wet cloth to them. If you've never found Rothys before, underneath the insole is where the size is. You want to make sure that it says made in China, because that is an issue with some of the fakes, that they get that wrong. But overall, these look authentic to me. They are a 7.5, I think, in like the navy round toe. These aren't as crazy popular as they were a few years ago, but I paid $10 for them, and that is still totally worth it for me to pick these up. So we shall dig in. This is a Diane von Furstenberg for Target collab. I think this collab was from last year, so it's pretty current. I don't know if I've sold this one. I have sold quite a few of the Target collabs. Some of the ones that have done well for me in the past are the LoveShackFancy one, Rixo, some of the Lily Pulitzer stuff, not as much anymore. So I think there's a lot of them, but some of them do much better than others. But I figured I would give this one a shot. It's great for the upcoming season. And then white tags were 75% off today, so I paid about $3 for this. So I figured that was worth it, even if it only sells for like 25 or so. And then this was a dress from Frame, which Frame is known for their jeans, but they make other clothes, and it is a collab with Julia Sarjamos, is my guess on how you say that. And it's like a black bodycon midi dress that has this stitching around the collar and the armholes. This collab, it seems this artist or designer is like very famous for this kind of thing, so that's what most of the stuff from the collab had. Blue tags were 25% off today, so I paid about $6 for this. The only two sold comps of this dress were for $100 and $50. So somewhere in that range, I would totally be happy with for paying $6 for that. And then this, I may try on for myself and see if I like it, but this is a vintage caftan, and I've talked about how I like to sell caftans. They are very popular, and vintage ones are, you know, great too. I don't think there's any kind of discrimination with that, but this is Butterfield 8 is the brand. This was also about $6, and this is the dress. So caftans are oftentimes one size. It's full length. It has like just small armholes. So I thought this was really fun, and I think I'm going to try it on and see if I can figure out somewhere to wear it this summer. And I did find a few Lily pieces today, and I did leave a few behind, but I actually saw this one last week and didn't pick it up at 50% off, but today at 75% off. I thought it was worth it. So this dress is an extra large with this is all beaded, and it was originally $40 here, which is silly, but today I paid $10 for it. So I think I'll probably get around $60 for it. if my mom doesn't want to keep that one. Another dress. I do have one non-dress thing in here, I see, so at least I have slight variety, but not much. Okay. This is a brand that I'm familiar with, but I don't know if I've sold it before, and it's Elliot, spelled like that. So this is a strapless black dress with all this draping on it and like an interesting neckline. This was 50% off of $15, so $7.50. But this is a little cocktail dress, and then it has this long hanging piece that I presume just hangs off of you. I didn't look too hard at the stock images for this one yet, but I thought that this was a great piece for that price. This is sold on like Revolve. I don't know if like Nordstrom or Neiman's or any of those sells it, but I know Revolve does. So this is probably a couple $100 dress, so hopefully someone would like it for a wedding. So here's at least one non-dress piece, and this is a tweed blazer from Zara. It is a very current Zara tag, and it still has this on it, so usually that is a sign of at least pretty good condition. I paid $15 for this one. This was not on sale, but I have had such great luck selling tweed pieces from Zara. I've sold one blazer for like $150. This one I was seeing some comps around $75, so I'm probably gonna aim for around that with this. And it's like cute colors for spring and everything. Got more new with tags, and this is from Baltic Born, which you have seen me pick up before. This is the Celine maxi dress in wine, and it is a 3X. This was 25% off of $20, so like $15. But it's a long sleeve chiffon burgundy red maxi dress, perfect style for a wedding guest. Now this one skews more fall winter, so this one may sit for a little while, but generally I have really good luck selling Baltic Born dresses, especially in plus size, so I will look to get probably in the somewhere between 60 and 80 for that one. And then this is the other Baltic Born dress, same price for this one, but this one is short sleeve and kind of like a nude taupe color. Again, a full length dress, so maybe this one will sell a little quicker since it's short sleeve. I could see this being a bridesmaid's dress color. So again, a 3X. And another Lily piece. Now this one I again passed on last week. I have actually sold this exact dress before. So I paid $7.50 today for it. And I just passed on it because I didn't want to pay whatever it would have been, $12 last week, but I'll pay $7 for it. So this is a Sophie dress. Sophies are a fitted style, and they always have these buttons at the shoulder. This one's like a half sleeve length. So really easy listing. I will just change the size and copy it, and we've got, you know, a whole new listing. This one I also passed on last week, just mainly based on price. This is Maeve from Anthropologie. It's a slightly older style because the tag doesn't say Maeve for Anthropologie on it, but it is an extra large, and I paid like $3.50 for it today. So it's a midi dress in this like red burnt orangish color. It has some kind of interesting detail on it with this draping and like these hooks down the front. So figured I was cool with it for that price. So this is Hill House, and I actually found another Hill House dress last week. That one was an extra large. This one is an extra small, but I don't think it matters with this brand at all. I paid the full price, $12.99 for it. This is a nap dress. This is like their most popular style. It has these straps on it and then smocked at the top. And then this one's a midi. It comes in like mini, maxi, and midi. But I am so excited to have this one. I think this will be a really quick sale for me. I imagine that I'll get somewhere above 60 for it, but I think it'll be a really fast sale. There was another lily hiding at the bottom there, so I had passed on this one last week based on price, but I paid $10 for it today instead of the $15 it would have been last week. You know, obviously that's a gamble that I was willing to take, that they wouldn't be there this week still at a lower price point. And I was fine with it if they weren't, but I was glad to grab some of them today. There was a couple that maybe if they're still there next week that I would consider grabbing. One was similar to the last one. I think it was a Sophie dress too, but the navy just had a little fading. I don't want to pay $7 for it, but if it's still there for like $4, I would grab it. And there was one that was only 25% off this week, and it was an older style, so I left that one behind too. But this one, I'm not sure of the name. It's the same material as a Sophie, but it has these little ruffles at the cuffs. So size small on that one too. I just about screamed when I saw this at the thrift store, but I have found it a few times. I did find it once at the bins, and I found it at Plato's once, but I've never found it here. And this is LoveShackFancy, definitely a brand to be familiar with. They are very known for girly, frilly, feminine styles. This is like a purple floral piece. It has like an opening in the back. I paid $13 for this, and I'll probably list this for about $100. And then this last piece was a little bit of a risk because I did pay $75 for it, and it was 25% off today, and there's a good chance that I probably could have gotten it at 50% off next week, but that's assuming that I actually go next week and everything. So I figured I would just grab it because the last time I found this brand, it sold really well for me. So this is Carolina Herrera, and it's the full designer line. It's not any kind of diffusion line, and it is brand new with tags. It doesn't have a price on it, but it's from spring 2022, and it's the sleeveless A-line dress in black multi, and it's size 14 too. So it's got the black top and then this skirt. I did like pretty in-depth look up some comps for this one with paying that much for it, but it looks like it retailed somewhere around $2,000 for this dress. It is 100% silk, and there were comps ranging from like $550 to $1,000. So I was willing to take the risk of spending $75 on it with those comps. I think that I also found it at a perfect time of year for this. And we'll see how this does. I am hoping that maybe it will be a kind of quick sale. That would be great, because it's always a little nerve-wracking to have an investment like that into a piece and it sit around for a while. But I was really excited to find this. They obviously knew they had something somewhat decent because they wouldn't have normally priced something like this at $100. But I don't think they realized quite what they had, because they probably would have listed it for a lot more or had it behind the counter or something. So I hope that this was worth it. But overall, I think I found some really great brands today. Definitely a few names for you to be on the lookout for. I've found Hill House probably 5 times now, so it's definitely a brand that you may come across. It's a fairly new brand, so you know, there's not gonna be a million pieces of it out there, but you know I love to pick up Lily, and Baltic Born has been one that I've been getting for quite a while. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.